start tonight with London's WBA heavyweight champion David Haye. He finally has a firm date and an even firmer opponent for his first defence. It will be veteran Johnny Ruiz, a former champion, and it will take place at the MEN on April 3rd. It's a big weekend because Chelsea play Man United at the Theatre of Dreams and Flying Bottles on the same day. Anyway, I had to remind Haye that Ruiz is made of cast iron and is one of boxing's toughest ever fighters.
Yeah, he's known for his durability. You know, he's been around the block a million times. Yeah, he knows how to nullify an opponent's assets, but I can't allow that to happen.
No, you can't, because there's a lot of pressure on you here. You went out to Valuev, and some of us thought that you were going to win, and other people didn't give you a chance. But this time, there's a lot of pressure because you've not just got to win, you've got to win well, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely, and very few people out there have actually beaten John Ruiz and looked good doing it. He's just got this real awkward style, very ungainly style. He's got a way of sort of dragging you into the trenches, getting close, working you up close. I'll do my best work at long range. He does his best work in close. So he's going to be pressurising me. He's going to be trying to really put it on me and trying to get me into the trenches and make it into a slugfest. And, if he wants to do that, bring it, because I know it's going to be a great fight. Every fighter since I fought Carl Thompson has had that strategy: get close to me, break me down, wear me out, test my chin, test my stamina. But since the Thompson fight, everyone's been smashed to bits. Is coming that tactic.
Yeah, it works well. I don't know if you realise this, Dave, and I think this is the case, that Ruiz has had 12 consecutive world title fights in the last 10 years. He's never been stopped, and I think only Larry Holmes and the great Muhammad Ali had 12 on the spin. So that's how hard this is going to be for you.
Yeah, you've got to look at his record and see that, he fought some big, tough guys. He did what Lennox Lewis couldn't do in 24 rounds, or Mike Tyson couldn't do, and that's knocking Vander Holyfield down. He done that like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so he's got a bit of pop in there as well. So a lot of people are underestimating. But the one thing I can't fall into the trap of is doing the same thing. I can't read the press. A lot of people are saying writing this guy off. I can't do that because I've seen people do it in the past and I've seen them beat him.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't write this guy off. I think if you can stop this guy, and I really mean this, but if you stopped him, period, it would be a great result. You stopped him quick, it would be sensational. Because, okay, he might be a bit long in the tooth, but in heavyweight years, he's just a normal heavyweight age-wise, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. The average heavyweight, if you look over the last few years, is getting older. You've got Lennox Lewis, Vitaly Klitschko, Holyfield. You got these guys, even though the great George Foreman actually won the title when he was 45. So the average heavyweight is getting older. I'm only 29 years of age. And, I'm a puppy in terms of in heavyweight terms. But, I'm looking at going out there and making a statement with John Ruiz. I'm glad the fight's in Manchester. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, great
tickets
city,
that we sold, it's 5,500 tickets in under 24 hours.
Oh, sensational.
So, yeah, we're really, really happy with the feedback we've got there. The buzz around Manchester is great. And, you got Manchester United and Chelsea playing that day. So you're going to get...
Dave.
Pardon?
Some weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a great sporting weekend, and fingers crossed I can top it off with a great stoppage of the tough John Ruiz.
Yeah, let's hope you can. Now, Dave, you've often talked in the past about a couple of years and then you want to walk away. Yeah. Considering your age, you could retire at 33 and come back at 35 or something, couldn't you?
I could come back at 45.
Come back at 45?
Bernard Hopkins, but that's not my plan. My plan is to stick to my guns. Everyone thinks I'm nuts. No one believes I'm going to do it. I'm not going to box into my 31st year. Yeah. So I've got about 18 months or so now to do what I need to do to secure my legacy. And it starts with John Ruiz. After John Ruiz, I'm looking at unifying the titles, in quick time, and get back making some massive fights. And and that's always been my plan. And, you know me. I don't lie. I go out there and do whatever I can to make my dreams come true.
Yeah, massive plan, massive fights. Now, Dave, just tell us why this fight's not taking place at the fabulous O2.
I think on the particular date that we had, I think O2 Arena, I think they got some Star Wars convention or something like that. We looked at other dates.
Beautiful.
But the fact that Man U and Chelsea are playing on that day, and the sporting culture in Manchester, and the fact that I've never boxed at the MEN Arena before. Wow. I've been there many times. Watched Mike Tyson demolish Julius Francis there. I watched Ricky Hatton untold times. Every time I've been there, it's been an amazing atmosphere. You can cut the atmosphere with a knife. And I've always wanted to fight there. What better opportunity than my first, the first heavyweight championship fought in Britain for 10 years.
10 years exactly. Yeah.
It's a massive fight. And I think the good people of Manchester deserve a big fight.
Yeah, they certainly do. Dave, before I let you go, and thanks for joining us. So, where are you going to train for this fight?
I'll be training in London for this one. I think I'm going to go down to Ricky Hatton's gym close to the fight as well and do some work there. He's got an amazing gym.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, in Manchester, so I'll be sort of basing myself there as it gets close to the fight.
All right, and David, you're going to still do as much pre-fight publicity as you did before the Valuev fight when you were absolutely everywhere.
Bit, so you might see me around here and there. Yeah. Obviously, I've got to focus on the training. Any spare time I got between training sessions, I'll try and do a little bit here and there.
Right,
obviously, the main focus is on getting in fabulous condition and winning this fight.
Yeah, because that's the only way to beat this kid. Don't think he's a fall-over, because he's a tough one. David Haye, thanks very much. We'll speak to you again before the fight.
See you soon, Steve. Bye, mate.
David Haye there. It still sounds nice, doesn't it? World heavyweight champion, or Bermondsey's world heavyweight champion, David Haye. You've got to love that, haven't you?